What's going on, everybody? This is Brendan and Cameron from BCB TV. And before I get started, I'd just like to announce our new series coming to our channel starting next week. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we are going to be breaking down one player from our 2018 NBA Big Board, and then another player that we left off our Big Board, but that we still think is definitely worth your attention. So please watch out for that. Subscribe and hit the notification button if you want to see right when it comes out, and we're going to get into our 2019 NBA Big Board.
All right, so we have another big that we think his potential isn't like super high, but the lack of bigs is obviously going to bring his value up, like I said before. So we have Bruno Fernando at number 6. His description is pretty similar to Daniel Gafford. They're both athletic, can run the floor, can rebound, do the normal things that your typical NBA big would do.
Right. Bruno Fernando, I think I like him better than Daniel Gafford personally. I think he's a little bit stronger. I think he's a little bit more athletic too. Yeah, he's just basically the lack of bigs in this class is so astounding. When we were putting this together, we couldn't believe the lack of options. It pretty much forced Fernando and Gafford up the board because teams are going to value bigs. Teams need bigs.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would take these guys ahead of a few of the guys on our board, but they both have very high potential. Their ceilings are very high.
Yeah.
But they don't show a ton of skill. Neither of them have jump shots. But they do the things we mentioned really well.
Yeah. If you're a team with the big need at center, I guess they would probably be moved up this high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be overdrafted unless they really do improve like we would assume the freshmen would improve. All right, so at number 7, we have Romeo Langford. He's kind of like an RJ Barrett light. He scores the ball really well from all 3 levels. He can shoot the ball. He's decently athletic. He's more of just a scorer at this point. We'll have to see if he has any creating ability or if he's a great defender, but going into this draft, if you're looking for a shooting guard, you're really not. You really couldn't go wrong with Romeo Langford.
Yeah, I think you got it exactly with the RJ Barrett light. They're pretty similar. I'm pretty sure he's only 6'5", so the lack of height I think is pretty much the only difference I really see in their game. I think Barrett might have more finishes in the paint, with floaters and stuff. I haven't seen all that with Romeo Langford yet, but he's athletic, can shoot, can score at the rim. So similar type player.
So at number 8 on our big board, we have Zhaire Smith. Smith is a freshman this year at Texas Tech, who many people don't know about because nobody watches Texas Tech. Smith is someone that has surprised us, that hasn't gotten any hype as a 2018 NBA draft prospect, but because he seems to be projected to come back to school, we have him going 8th in our 2019 big board. He's super athletic. This kid is he's on that Hamidou Diallo level of athleticism.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why it's just so shocking that people don't seem to really know about this kid. I know going to smaller basketball school hurts some prospects, but he stands out when you watch him play.
Yeah, definitely. If you switched Zhaire Smith's stats with Hamidou Diallo, Hamidou Diallo would be going top 5 in this draft.
Right.
He's shooting 57% from the field, 43% from 3. 43% is very good, even if you're just a sharpshooter. But being an athlete and a rim attacker like he is, that's very good. And
yeah.
If he can keep that up going through this year, and even if he stays for another year, he'll definitely be a top draft pick. And the potential on him is crazy too, because he's also as athletic as Hamidou Diallo.
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I can't believe someone as athletic as this has been kind of a secret. He's just a great prospect. So I think at this time next year, we'll be talking about him, I think, as a top 5 prospect, maybe, top 6 or 7. But 8 even seems a little low for me personally.
Yeah, the bigs that aren't really projected to go, they aren't projected to be all-stars or anything like Gafford and Fernando. They sort of push him down where he really should be.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So our next pick that we have is Jalen Hands, and we have him going number 9. So, I mean, I expected a lot more from him this year. I guess I might be one of the only ones, but I thought he would have put up a lot better numbers than he is. Like, he's only shooting 40% from the field, and that's a problem when you're a rim attacking athletic point guard. I mean, he's shooting 39% from 3, so at least he's doing that, but I expected him to be... I saw him as more of like a Colin Sexton type point guard, like one that would draw fouls continuously. But, I mean, the three-point shooting is a nice surprise for me.
Right. I've been very disappointed in Jalen Hands this season. He had so much hype going into this year, and he's pretty much disappointed, but he's still shown plenty of potential, and he'll be one of the top point guard prospects come next year.
Yeah.
Like you said, his three-point shooting has been a welcome surprise, but he will need to work on his efficiency. I think for a year from now, he'll definitely be ready to leave for the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, all he has to do is do what everyone thought he'd be able to do and attack the rim and draw fouls, and he'll be fine, especially if the shooting stroke stays.
All right, next up we have Sekou Doumbouya at number 10. We're assuming it's Doumbouya because we haven't watched any live games where someone's pronounced his name. All his highlight clips are just video, just straight audio, with no audio. So we're going to go ahead and assume it's Doumbouya. But Sekou Doumbouya is by far the best European prospect in this year's draft. He is a very, very athletic wing player with great finishing ability and improving handle. And there isn't that much tape on him, so it's kind of hard to make absolutes. But he's being projected as the top Euro prospect, and we think an athletic wing player fits in around number 10.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the potential in his videos. Like, I'm sure he'll draw comparisons to Zion Williamson because of his position and his athleticism. And he handles the ball well enough to play on the perimeter, at least on the European level. I'm not sure how that'll translate to the NBA. But, I mean, he'll have to improve. He's only 17 years old. But, yeah, we have him going number 10 because mostly the athleticism and seeing where others, like scouts, what they say about him and where he's put on other mock drafts. I mean, as most players from Europe, there's not much tape on them, so you just have to guess and make an educated guess.
Yeah, a year from now, we'll definitely have more film on him, and it'll be clearer just like his abilities and what he's projected to be and how high he's projected to go. Right now, we're just working on the limited film that's available.
Yeah, like what everyone did last year with Luka Doncic, if you were paying attention. And now this year, there's like a bunch of footage on him. So.
Yeah, exactly. There's YouTube channels dedicated to him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that wraps up the end of our 2019 NBA Big Board. You should check out the series that Brennan mentioned earlier. I mean, we're going to be putting a lot of work into that to research each player and break them down like individually. So I hope you guys check that out. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments. All right, thanks for watching.